All right. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. You guys just watched a video with Helena. I've done a lot of her videos. I saw this one, wanted to go ahead and talk about it because I've talked a little bit about the whole white woman, black man phenomenon. Are black men looking for white women? I would say it's a yes and a no. Right after what she's talking about with the Supreme Court, did black men go after white women? Yes, but why? We have media. Media controls so many things. It controls your perception of what is attractive and what is not attractive. In fact, back in the day, there were a lot of hateful things done with black people, okay, and even black women to show them as unattractive. All right? I don't have to show things up on the screen. If you're a millennial or a Gen Zer, all I say is Google it or look around on YouTube. But you will find a lot of pictures, a lot of advertisements, a lot of, even small movies, which did not depict African American women as attractive, especially if they were medium to dark skinned. This is why you have the whole thing with the paper bag test. So again, if you are younger, you might not really know about that. They might not talk about that much. But basically, if you were darker than a paper bag, you were considered not to be attractive. And that is one of the issues that you have with colorism. So when you're dealing with black men of power, black men who are really trying to show themselves, what those black men generally wanted was a woman that showcases their status. No matter what women ever want to say, part of what a lot of men do and a lot of men believe and a lot of men walk in is that their wife is a little bit of a trophy, right? We've even heard the concept of trophy wives because a wife kind of lets other men know what this man is doing. Okay, like I said, I'm going to be real. If I walk into a room and I have a woman that most men would consider to be a 9 or a 10, and she's walking with me, okay, immediately every man in the room thinks I'm somebody just because of her. All right? That's how this thing works. And so, like, when you look at things like, Morris Day in the Time, and again, you can look this stuff up, or Prince, you can go back and watch the movie Purple Rain. And when you watch that movie, you'll see the men in it, they were chasing extremely fair, light-skinned black women, and or the woman might be mixed, or she might be biracial or something like that, but that was what they were doing, and that's right above me. Barely above me, okay, as far as age, okay. And so that was the big thing. We saw it with Michael Jackson, this whole concept of he was turning himself white. And people might say, well, he had a skin disease, well, that's fine, but he didn't have to change the texture of his hair. He didn't have to do that. And you still see little glimpses of that today, in different, rappers and actors and all this other kind of stuff, because white culture has affected black culture. It has. So we cannot say that it doesn't exist. However, do I think that it stops black women from getting married? And my answer to that is no. I rarely ever see a woman that is doing everything she's supposed to do and she can't get married. Now, if she has circumstances, it's different. Like Helena is a very attractive woman to me. Now, you guys might not think she is, but she's an attractive woman to me. Now, I only can see her from the, waist up, or chest up or whatever. So I'm not able to see what her body looks like. She's talked about it before in another video that she feels that she's a little bit more heavier, because she even said it one time where she was saying, some people had encouraged her, to lose weight, blah, blah, blah. But, from her picture, she has a very pretty face. She has a very soft way in which she talks. So why would Helena, probably, hurt a little bit? Well, one of the things is she talks about she has a daughter. All right. And when you have a child, like I said, it does complicate things, because a lot of men want a woman that does not have those things. But it doesn't mean that she could not get married if she truly wanted to. Because at the end of the day, again, it always goes back to the people that you're picking. So if she's coming to the table with love, kindness, if she can cook, if she can, if she knows how to make a man feel good, and I'm not talking about sexually, but I'm talking about she's just the type that, you can really, just talk to and get your heart out. And she's a great listener, and she likes to rub your back and, rub your feet. And, and she's really just that peace, right? If she's walking in that peace, and honestly, from a lot of her videos, she really does seem like she's walking in that peace. All she needs to do is pick better. And I'm just going to be real. There are men out there that like bigger women. So, she should not have, too much of a problem, if she picks better. All right. So here's a quick video of Steve Harvey. And, since sometimes you guys don't want to listen to it from me, believe it, I'm the only person saying it. I'm surprised I was actually able to find a video where Steve Harvey actually talks about this, because honestly, it's rare that I've ever heard him talking about who women pick. But again, if Steve Harvey was talking about this, 15, 20 years ago, and I'm talking about it today, it really should be sticking in a lot of women's heads that they have to pick better. And I'm even saying that I did a rant 2 or 3 days ago, so you can watch that if you're a woman. But the bottom line is, it's always going to go down to who you're picking. But I'm going to let Steve tell you, since many women don't might not want to take it from me.
You ain't really met them, but maybe your pick meter is off. You ain't got no problem meeting men, do you?
No.
But you keep picking the wrong men.
They're pursuing me. I just kind of...
No. We can't pursue... Whoa. See, ladies, let me help y'all understand something. We can pursue you all we want. We can't hold your hand unless you let us.
You got a point.
We can't kiss you unless you open your mouth. So don't blame us for pursuing. That's what we do. So that ain't the problem. What you got to get smart to is, who do you want to be captured by? You got to quit letting everybody capture you.
Right.
You keep getting caught.
Okay.
See, you love being pursued. You ain't got no business being pursued, and you get flattered by the pursuit.
That's part of it.
You got to learn how to pick better.
And see, this is what I've been saying forever, and I think a lot of guys are saying this as well. And again, my channel is all about trying to get you married. And as long as women pick badly, you end up with these really bad scenarios and these situations where women get frustrated. Because at the end of the day, you let that guy kiss you. You let that guy hold your hand. You let that guy get close to you. So in the end, it really is your fault. Okay, you liked something in that guy, or you did not want to pick the guys in the room, or you did not want to put any effort. And this is one of the main reasons why I'm always encouraging women to be a part of the process. And I'm never going to stop saying it. I don't care how women feel about it, because the whole thing about it is, I'm not here to make you feel good about your life. I'm not here to line up with your fantasies. God put me here to help you to find your person. And to help you find your person, I'm going to say some things you don't like. And if you basically have to like every single thing that I say, then I'm going to basically say that you're not mature. When you were growing up, did you like every single thing that your parents did? No. When you were being taught in school, did you like everything that every teacher did? No. So why in the world do you think you can stand in front of, somebody who's trying to help you in anything and think you're going to agree? It doesn't work that way. Sometimes we need to check ourselves and say, okay, what am I doing wrong so I can truly be a part of my own solution? Because there's great guys everywhere. I'm going to give you guys a quick story and then I'll be done with this video. Every year here in Atlanta, Christian Singles Connect, we do a scavenger hunt. And it's fun for me. I like to do it on the Beltline. So if you're in the spring or summer and you live in Atlanta, you can come out to the scavenger hunt. But what the point of the scavenger hunt is for you to meet people. That's the point. I mean, I work with relationships. I'm not here, for you to actually find the things that I tell you to find. The whole purpose is that that's a game to get you into the mode of meeting men and or women. So every year it's happened where women will come back and then they will say, well, I got everything on your list, blah, blah, blah. And then my question to them is, I'm like, did you meet any men? Did you get any phone numbers? And then women will come back, and some of the overly competitive women, they just trying to hurry up and get done so they can win. And then you have other women that will basically be like, well, all the men I saw were either married or gay. And then I'm looking at them, I'm like, really? And I'm walking through, and I've done this. I've literally walked side by side with women, because we've done so many different events. And I'll be like, okay, there's a guy right there. He's single. He's by himself. Why didn't you talk to him? Well, there's another guy right there. He's single. He's by himself. He's literally walking the belt line alone. Why didn't you talk to him? Well, I'm like, your gaydar, because that's what they call it when you know how to pick out gay men. Your gaydar is off because every man that you're attracted to is gay. And or every man you're attracted to is married. You don't see the single men. And you're not seeing the good single men. But again, this is on you. Then you have other women that just fully opt out. They're not going to ask a man for anything. They're not going to ask, because, some of the things, on the scavenger hunt might be find a man and dance with him for 15 seconds. Dance with him for 15 seconds. And you will find women that just refuse to talk to a man. Period. Even when you have something in your hand that you can use as a catalyst to start the conversation, they just won't do it. And most men and lots of different shows and people and all this kind of stuff are constantly telling women, most men, like 90% of men, enjoy doing things for women, especially if they're walking in their manhood. And a man that will not do for you is a man you need to leave alone. You don't need that man. You don't want that man. And that's why it frustrates me sometimes with the younger millennials and the Gen Zers, because they're turning, I'll be honest with you, they're turning into bitches. And I said it in another video, because it's this whole attitude of, I don't want to do nothing for her. I don't want to pay for no meal. We got to go Dutch because I ain't got it like that. We need to do this. We need to do that. She need to do this. She need to do that. And what's funny to me, I'm just going to be real about it for the guys that are watching, because I know some of y'all are in love with Kevin Samuels. Y'all in love with him. And that's fine. I don't have no problem with it. But here's the issue. Kevin Samuels told every man, if you're not working 60 hours a week or making six figures, you got a problem. He used to say that all the time. But it's funny when I watch people recap his videos. Those aren't the videos that they like to recap. I've seen videos of Kevin Samuels where he was basically going off on men, telling men to rise up, telling men to do better in their lives, telling men to stop bitching and complaining. But y'all don't like to show those videos. Y'all want to show every single video where he was being mean to a woman. You don't want to show a video where he was being mean to a man. Or I shouldn't say mean, he was really trying to teach the man. And see, this is where you guys are making your mistakes. You have to man up. But I'm off this. I'm actually supposed to be talking to women today. So now I'm off of what I was talking about. But I mean, black women, you don't need to worry about white women. I mean, don't worry about white women. Stop worrying about anything outside of you. You need to be worried about you. If you're doing everything you need to do and you're picking well, and like I say, there's really great men everywhere, then you will do well. And I'm going to start to, I really believe now that women should not go out to big events. Because I think big event type stuff, it doesn't, and when I say don't go out, I'm not saying don't go out with your girlfriends. I'm saying don't go out looking for men. Because I'm believing that it's very hard in those environments, even twice as hard in those environments, for really good people to find each other. Because it's just too much stimuli. And there's too many people walking back and forth. And so you're not able to really lock in on someone. So that's one of the things that I'm starting to believe. I might change my opinion on that later. But, for now, that's one of the things that I'm going to stand on. But anyway, black women, you can find men. It's not hard. Go watch the video from 2 days ago if you have not watched it. I know it's a little bit of a rant, but y'all can find men. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you all any leniency in the fact that you can't find a man. A beautiful woman, a woman who does what she needs to do, she can find a man like that. It's not difficult. Now, if you don't like the men that like you, that's a whole nother thing. And if you tend to like the bad boy and you want to stay with the bad boy, again, that's on you. But if you actually recognize that you're only going to get about 65% of what you want, and the bad boy will never love you, he will just bump it all night long, until you understand that, then you're going to have problems. And I'm trying to let y'all know, good men that actually spend some time in reading or around women, they can get it. They can get it. They can get it. You know what I'm saying? So just because he's a good guy does not mean that he's not going to be able to get you where you trying to go. I'm just going to say it like that. But remember, try to keep it until you're married. All right. So please subscribe. If you liked it, share it. And I'm going to see you all in the very next video.